Hi everyone, my name is Manor and welcome back to Page Turners, which is our diverse book club for teens and young adults. Today we're going to be talking about the book We Hunt the Flame by Hafsah Faizal, but before we get into it, I'm going to be listing some content and trigger warnings for you right here. And I will say that this review might contain some spoilers, so if you don't want any spoilers, now's your chance to click off the video. Okay, let's get into it. We Hunt the Flame focuses on our two main characters, Zafira and Nasir. Zafira lives in the state of Demenhur, which is one of 5 in the land of Arabia. She is known as the Hunter, and she is the only one who can provide food for her community, but she has to do it under the guise of a man, because if they found out that she was a woman, there would be dire consequences. She has to go through the Ars, which is the dark forest that surrounds the land of Arabia, and she's the only one who can get through it and come back alive. On the other hand, we have Nasir, who is a prince and a trained assassin. He basically works for his dad, the Sultan, and does all of his dad's dirty work and kills whoever needs to be killed without asking too many questions usually. And right off the bat, we can see that his dad is very abusive towards Nasir. Zafira is summoned on a quest to find the Jarawat, or the jewel, that can help restore magic in the land of Arabia, which has been without magic for about 90 years. Nasir is also summoned on that quest, but he has orders to retrieve the jewel and kill the hunter, aka Zafira. He is also joined on this journey by Al-Ta'ir, who is the Sultan's general, and he's basically the comedic relief throughout the entire book. Eventually, Zafira and Nasir have to join forces in order to find the jewel, and they end up in this merry band of misfits during their quest. So we have Zafira, Nasir, Al-Ta'ir, and we also have 2 more characters, Benjamin, who is an immortal Safi, which is an elven-like creature, and Kifa, who is a warrior from the state of Pelusia. This whole novel is told from a dual perspective of Zafira and Nasir's, and it helps us to see their budding enemies to lovers romance, which is one of my favorite tropes. They have a couple of scenes that are just perfect for tension building. We get to see why Nasir is the way he is, how he was basically trained to be an assassin from when he was a child, and we also find out that Zafira possesses magic that's been lying dormant this whole time. She's actually the compass, which explains her intuitiveness while she's hunting and leading everyone on this quest for the jewel. There are some amazing plot twists in this book that I did not see coming, so they definitely caught me by surprise and they kept me on my toes the entire time I was reading this book. I will say that I was really immersed from the get-go in the world building of this book, so I had no problems reading about it for an extended period of time. However, I could see why some people might think that the book was a little slow-paced because of that, but it does end on a cliffhanger. You don't have to worry because the sequel dropped last year and it's called We Free the Stars. And when I tell y'all, I have never put a sequel on hold so fast in my life before, I am completely stoked to get into the sequel because We Hunt the Flame had me just speechless. It had me speechless. I think the YA fantasy genre lacks a lot of authors of color and especially characters of color, so it was really meaningful and impactful to see a series like this be in the mainstream. There are, of course, several other series that are in this genre by authors of color with characters of color, but this one is one that is really important to me because I see myself represented in this series. It just goes to show you, no matter how old you are, you still get excited about being represented in media. And if it wasn't obvious enough, I absolutely loved this book. I really hope y'all give it a try and enjoy it as much as I did, and we'll see you next time.